Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Critics Collective. And today we're going to be talking about a movie I just recently watched. It's called A Spoonful of Chocolate. This film is directed by RZA, written by RZA, produced by RZA, and Paul Hall and Talani Diggs. It stars Shameik Moore, Paris Jackson, RJ Seiler, Harry Goodwin, Janelle Young, Michael Henry, Rockman Dumar, and you have Blair Underwood. And on the poster for this film, you do have, Quentin Tarantino present one spoonful of chocolate. Um, I don't know where in this film that he did any part or he was some kind of overhead where he kind of gave pointers as far as the film go. But a quick premise of this film basically explain an ex-military convict leaves a small town and where he ends up finding love and more trouble than he can handle. So yeah, so this film follows again Shameik Moore's character who goes by the name of Randy or Unique. Where in the beginning at the film you do get introduced to one character and something happens to him that kind of gonna lead up to more of the action of this film. So Shameik Moore character he gets out of prison and where you have again like I said, where we had the posters for this film where it looked like it was going to be action packed, it was going to be crazy, some of the coolest posters I've seen for film. But again, you're introduced to Shameik Moore character. He gets out of prison and now he has to basically find ways to make his life better because he's a convicted criminal. And you make Blair Underwood's character, who is a probational officer, who basically helps him out to go to the small town to get in contact with his cousin, who's played by CJ Seiler. And throughout that process, where you know he meets his cousin, you get introduced to all the villains in the story. And I say the villains in the story, these guys are over the top. When I say over the top, And the the whole premise of this film is where you have these basically evil racist guys. They're kidnapping black people and they're doing things to them. And the town is basically run by these racist guy. And now Shameik Moore character shows up and things happen where he has to make a decision to either help or leave. The film, again, story wise, I understand where the message they were trying to convey, how certain group of people get away with a lot of things, but when it came to a certain transition, it didn't really work well. Certain action scene will happen. You see a character pull out a sword, then next thing you know, he's fighting. And it didn't make sense how certain things transition. And certain character decision where one character will find out about something, then meet up with one character and never explain it, but it just it felt certain things were prolonged for no reason. Again, the film was well shot, and I love the message. There's a certain part of the film I did enjoy, especially the scene where Unique and his cousin were interacting. That I enjoyed a lot, and it took a while to get to the point, and it was building up a lot as far as the film goes. From like you really uh hated these villains. They made sure that you hate these guys based on their action. But overall, in some of the action scene, I don't think from what I observed, I don't think it was well choreographed, especially from Shameik Moore's character. I didn't quite see, I didn't quite understand, especially from his character being an ex-army officer. I didn't, eh, yeah. But overall, it was an okay film. Even the ending kind of pissed me off, where I wanted somewhat of a payoff. It just ended where it left you kind of like guessing of what happened. Um, Pretty much it for this film. I thought it was okay. It could have been better, um, but uh, oh well. But let's go ahead and jump right into it and give this film its accolade. And as you guys are well aware over here at the Critics Collective, 5 means excellent, 4 mean good, 3 average, 2 below average, 1 poor quality, and 0 horrible. I'm gonna give this film a 2. It was below average. Could have been better. I understand the message they were trying to convey, but they could have done so much better with the writing and the certain transition and the action. It could have some of the action I enjoyed it, but some of the choreography I felt were kind of off, and some of the scene transition didn't quite help with the story. Some of the character buildup, especially the villain, it just. But you guys, when this film come out, you go ahead and check it out yourself. Let me know what you think. I believe this film comes out May 1st. So definitely check it out yourself and come back here and let us know what you feel about it. But if you're thinking about watching, you saw the trailer, let us know if you're still thinking about watching after hearing my review. But as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon. Y'all have a good one.